Okay. Let's see. About chat. Do. All right. Where are we going? Over here. Julius was quick to put our words, or rather those of the Dawn servants, into practice. You have my heartfelt appreciation. Without your intervention, I have no doubt the casualties would have been far greater. Void Sense would not only absorb the ether of those they consume, but their thoughts as well. With such a legion of minds at their disposal, one hopes they prove a capable ally for Zero. With the Glutium's fissure sealed, I dare say Void Sense incursion is at an end. That boy's come a long way. All credit to Zero for nudging him in the right direction. Reports have begun trickling in. By all accounts, Ilsabard contingent was successful in containing the threat on their front. For Void Sense to attack in such numbers just as we were finding our feet, I daren't imagine the consequences had you not provided such timely aid. On behalf of my comrades, thank you. Thank you all. Probably could use, like, spell speed or something. I don't know. Nice heavy on Thancred's mind.
The Ilsabard contingent have contained the threat on their front. Things appear to be under control for the time being. Though it remains unclear why the fissures opened up in the first place. According to Tataru, similar ruptures are occurring across the star.
One thing is clear, however. The phenomenon is not without pattern. The tendency for fissures to emerge is pronounced in regions deeply connected to the void. Places where the barrier between the two worlds is at its thinnest.
I fear there may be a place in far greater peril than Garlemald. Though it hath since been sealed, you will recall there is a great void gate that we ourselves had cause to open. A gate which was instrumental in our bid to reunite Vritra with his sister and put an end to Golbez's dark plot.
Oh gods. The moon.
With our attention fixed upon planar fissures, I failed to consider this vulnerability. All other paths unto the void are but pinpricks in the veil compared to that great lunar rift.
And that rift might be yawning open as we speak. We'd better hurry.
Oh
Let
shit,
us
we
make
gotta go
for
back to the
Bestways
moon.
Burrow. I dare say the Loporrits are well aware of current events.
We ought to have Kryl join us once she finishes tending to the wounded. I shall likewise contact Y'shtola. Her knowledge of the moon's void gate is second to none.
Alphinaud, Alisaie, please do what you must to keep our world safe.
We'll be back before you know it.
A quick word, if you will. I'm not sure whether you'll run into Zero during the course of all this, but if you do, would you give this to her? Emergency rations, in case of a protracted battle. Can't imagine she's eating all that well in the void. She likes dumplings.
Someone's got a crush. All right. To the moon.
We're doomed! Doomed, I say!
Boom.
Given thy panicked state, I presume the Loporrits too are beset with void scent.
Oh, what sweet relief it is to see you all! Yes, void scent. And lots of them. They suddenly came pouring forth from the crater.
Oh no.
I had dearly hoped to find my worries unfounded.
For some unknown reason, the Void Gate seems to have partially opened. Living Ray dashed off to activate the Brands and halt the Fiend's invasion. But she hasn't come back, and we've since lost contact.
I suggest we make for the Brands without delay.
On it. Oh, Krau's here too. Oh god. Didn't mean to do that. That's probably faster. Just use things hurt. Alright, don't worry. I got you. My valiant savior. I'm so frightened I dare not move an ill. Oh, you're looking for Living Way? I think I saw her heading southwest, towards the Drowning Brand. She had several slaughter bots in tow, but I worry they won't be enough for all the void scent. You better hurry. Living Way. I'm on my way. I'm here, Living Way.
I'm saved! I dread to think what would have befallen me if you hadn't intervened. Oh, I was never in any real danger, of course. I knew you would realize our plight and rush to our rescue.
Oh, yeah.
Aetherius is likewise plagued with void scent. If only we'd prioritized further development of the void scent slaughter bots, We could have stemmed the tide ourselves. Oh, what a tremendous demonstration that would have been. Irrefutable proof that I was mankind's staunchest ally and the greatest lubberite to ever live. I can practically taste the praise.
Jesus. A little bit greedy living way.
Fortunately, I was able to activate the brands. Should any more void sent emerge from the gate, they ought to be confined to the crater. Unless, of course, the void gate begins to expand of its own accord, or some gargantuan monstrosity tries to barge through. I don't foresee any major problems.
Why did you have to say that? Now that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Oh, nope. We're doomed.
Doomed.
There you are.
Hey, Grahan Stola.
I left the data in Shale's capable hands and teleported here as soon as I heard. And ere you ask, I made sure to bring the key with me.
Good. It's not that I don't trust him, but I don't trust him.
Then the real threat yet awaits us.
So if you want to give me that key
Tis
anytime
Golbez's
now.
domain beyond the Void Gate. I wonder how he and Zero are faring.
I need to go check on them.
By the 12.
Whoa. The gift of ethos. Yours is a journey without end, conceived and guided by principle. Hold fast to what you must, and meet your fate without fear. Go forth, discover, unite the stars unto one. Let none bar your path. Whoa! Yo, that's kind of sick. Golbez! Zero! I'm on my way. Get going, Lily. Huh. Jesus. Now we're making for the gate. Zero! Come on, go help her, Lily. Golbez! Hell yeah. Look at that main tank go.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to help. A visit felt long overdue. Absolutely.
Only you could be so carefree amidst all this.
Heck yeah.
May as well make yourself useful. The gate's sheer size appears to have made it a tempting target.
Enuo, a dread void scent risen from the benighted depths of the ocean. They kept to the confines of their domain while Zeromus endured. No longer, it would seem. And once they had discovered a path to the Red Moon, they wasted no time in making the journey.
Leave the void scent nearby to us. You take care of Enuo.
You got it. Leave it to me. Big bads are my
Facing this many
specialty.
foes calls for a more familiar approach.
Oh shit, she's going back to Reaper? She job swapping or? Hell yeah! Let's go!
Void scent can change their form at will. Both light and darkness are mine to wield.
Heck yeah! Let's go, Zero.
Besides, what better to purge darkness from the void than darkness itself?
Hey yo! Big and ugly. Down here.
Who dares face me? A mere mortal. Hast thou come in search of power? Renown? I fight to end this world without end. All who stand before me shall fall.
Alright. Let's go. The Unmaking, now accessible. Alright, let's do it. Unmaking. Let's do it. I dig the music. These are good songs. Good jams. They make this a lot more fun. Okay, can't fall off the platform. This big guy. Kinda wish I'd done this day one, but oh well. Anybody actually just doing it? Kind of funny how the effects are layered. Like, oh, here, the outlines of my sword are still there. Because they shine so brightly in the dark. That's what it is. Or shine so brightly in the light, I guess, in this case. Alright, let's go. Let's see what this boss is all about. sovereign of Nox. Annuo.
All who dare oppose me shall quake before the sunken dark.
Okay.
The Void's power is mine to wield. Perish. Be still.
Run! Jesus. Okay. That was interesting.
Accept your downfall.
Do I have to move this somewhere? Oh, fuck. Wasn't paying attention. Ah! Whoops. I didn't think about the edge.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you?
Okay, that's cool.
The void consumes. Naught will endure. Neither past nor future. Only one
I bring the darkness. Let the light guide you.
you must break free.
Dodge. How do we break free? Do we have to attack it? Alright, well.
All who dare oppose me shall quake before the sunken dark.
I didn't mean to take aggro, but I did. I apologize.
Be still.
Oh, no. I saw it going the wrong way.
Accept your downfall.
Oh, that's an interesting mechanic.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you?
Nope. Oh, I'm stupid. I thought I had more time.
The void consumes. What will endure?
I pop my cooldowns at the wrong time.
Neither past nor future. Only one
Okay. Any other one?
I bring the darkness. Let the light guide you.
Beacon in the dark. We have to attack. Alright. Hit it! Here with everything we got. We got it. That's kind of cool. That's a neat one.
The underlings are no more. Now to deal with Enowell.
life and death rendered meaningless.
Light, protect us.
Oh, she's doing the paladin thing.
Yield my domain.
Oh, let's go. turn.
The Void's power is mine to wield. Thus did all boundaries cease to be. Behold the truth of this world! Accept your downfall. Doth the yawning rift not tempt you? Be still. Doth the yawning rift not tempt you?
No, it doesn't. Stop asking.
Be still.
This side. Here.
Thus did all boundaries cease to be.
Okay. Oh, we only have access to LB2 because we're missing somebody. Ah, kind of sucks.
The Void's power is mine.
Oh, I just noticed that. Should be good here.
Behold the truth of this world. Accept your downfall.
Okay, we're almost through.
Doth the yawning rift not
Apart from a really stupid mistake we made, pretty good. Pretty good run. Here. All right, let's go.
They must be sealed away.
Do it, Zero. Tasty annual crystal. It's over. I didn't get to command. Rip. Cool.
I'm glad you came. We would have struggled to face Enuo alone. I presume you journeyed here to prevent more Voidsent from passing through the gate?
Partly. That's the main reason.
With Enuo defeated, there are none left in this realm who pose a serious threat. I dare say the problem is resolved.
Last Voidsent have been emerging across the source.
Cause for alarm indeed. Tell us more. So the breach wasn't limited to the Void Gate. For better or worse, precious little has changed in the 13th since Zeromus fell. Have you noticed anything unusual?
I know not the reason events have unfolded this way, but there is, perhaps, an explanation as to why the Void Gate and the fissures opened. Here, in my domain, even the slightest change is keenly felt. When the gate opened, I sensed not the workings of some external force. Rather, it felt as if the barrier between our worlds was weakening naturally, moment by moment, until the two came to meet.
And you think this weakening could be happening elsewhere?
'Tis a possibility.
That presents a problem.
What of Ralzit-Han and Garlemald?
Oh.
Eulus took mercy upon the interloper. Whether Voidsent or Garlean, we all share the same longing for home. Should we meet, I will gladly offer them aid. Please tell Eulus as much. Wait. How exactly did you get here? No mortal could traverse the Void Gate in its current state.
Yeah, about that. I made my own gate.
And this path of yours is still there. I cannot see it.
Really?
Nor does it reveal itself to me. Perhaps the path serves only the key bearer.
Interesting.
So it is not a means to travel freely back and forth. A pity. I would have liked to see my friends again.
Now seems an opportune time to give Zero the parcel that Julius prepared for her. Alright.
Yours intrigues me. Had my former self known of its existence, I might have sought different means to reach the source.
Something for me? Well, food, is it? It's a gift from Euless. I recall Euless speaking of dumplings his mother used to make. Thank you for the parcel and the fond memories. There's more than enough to share with Golbez. Now that he forgoes the aether of others, I'm sure he'll appreciate the sustenance. I sometimes wonder what the Void would be like if culinary traditions flourished here once more. Whether it would suffice to break the cycle of mutual consumption. Heartwarming thought, if nothing else. Till our battle earlier, I hadn't called upon the darkness in some time. In truth, I find the light a better fit these days. Ever since you left, we've been roaming the Void in search of individuals who would join our cause. Although we return to the Red Moon after seeing Enuo's presence, rarely do we linger in a single location. However, if the interloper you spoke of does intend to seek me out, it might be wise to return to my domain. Why don't you join us? With Enuo defeated, the Sword should be in no imminent danger. Yeah, sure. Good. We'll wait for you by the crater. We've got a Porksy with us, or whatever they're called. Woo! Presume you remember traveling by Nisroch. Once we reach the surface, the creature will convey us to my domain.
There's a teleporter situated between here and the center of the moon. I used it to travel to the surface in days long past, though I seldom have need once my generals were in place. Igorium herself crafted the device that I might lay low the Servant of Light. Ironic that we now use it, seeking to restore light to the Void. Forgive my idle reminiscences. 'Tis time we made our descent.
Let's go! Man, I was like so wrong on so many predictions about 7.5. I thought it'd be a little longer till we talk to Zero and Golbez again, but I thought it would be, you know, next expansion's post quest line would have us go back to the 13th. Here to avoid needless provocation. Alright, let's go, Zero. It's not always so. Many who live here now have chosen to do so because they support the cause. Indeed, if our numbers continue to grow, we may require more territory. Thankfully, we were able to harness the residual ether from Barbaricia's domain. Those reserves will enable me to expand mine as the need arises. Right. We had best prepare for our potential guest. Join me in my abode when you're ready. Okay, yeah, he's just saying the same thing. Wonder if these guys say anything new. I waited an eternity for Zeromus to save the world. My faith was misplaced. In the end, it was Zero who brought us hope. She's the reason I keep coming back here day after day. Zero is amazing. Truly Golbez's equal in every sense. Zero's little house. I remember this. It's so sad. Elegant spheres. Huh. Imagine you remember these. The transmitters we used to receive light from the first. That's right, I forgot about that. If memory serves, they work by channeling excess ether left in the wake of the flood into the Crystal Tower. Using the tower's cross-rift travel capabilities, the light is then convened until the 13th and into these devices. I have a mind to use them now, but they'll need to be set in an elevated location. Your assistance would be greatly appreciated. All right. Transmitters in here won't suit my plan. We require higher ground. Alright. Let's go take a look. Troyan Mansuit.
No longer will I partake of the ether of other beings, not even if I shrivel and starve.
This is cool being back here.
Upon activation, these transmitters will shine with light from beyond, sent courtesy of our ever-watchful friends. They will serve as beacons in the dark for those that would seek me out.
Hey! This guy. Alphys. Welcome.
No less. I did not expect to see you here.
Yeah, I get around.
I am Zero, and this is my domain. 'Tis a safe haven for those who abhor conflict. Among those gathered here, many aspire to restore this world to how it once was.
Such a thing is possible.
Indeed. Though how long the endeavor will take, I cannot say. But for those of us abandoned by death itself, what do we have but time to try, and try again?
Damn. You ain't wrong, Zero.
Very well. This light is ample proof your comrade spoke true. However long it takes to restore our world, you shall have my aid.
And you shall have mine.
Whee! He's so majestic flying through the air like that. Convention has helped forge a new bond. Thank you for bringing word to me. I gather you'll head home sooner rather than later. You will not be able to freely return to Zero's domain. Are you sure you wish to leave? Not yet. You can't come back? Is it because there's a special instance? I thought we could get here if we went to... Can we not get here through Radzat-Han still? I gotta go and see what all the other people are saying here. Well, I appear to have made a complete recovery after the ignominy of starving to death. Maybe my fellow Voidsent here can be trusted. Chiriato! Golbez is even stronger than Barbaricia was. I thought it best to keep out of his way. That said, Farfarello tells me Golbez isn't so frightening these days. Perhaps he absorbed the will of someone less terrifying. You could say that. You could say that. Yeah, can I not take... Passage to the Red Moon. That must be Golbez. I would gladly consume his ether if I stood the slightest chance of not being gobbled up first. Passage to the Red Moon. So yeah, I can't return to here. Oh. Damn. Well. I'm pretty sure I managed to find everybody and talk to them all, so I guess we'll head back. Oh. Then let us return to the Red Moon. I'm sure you won't begrudge me a proper farewell. Of course not. It's good to see everybody's doing well there.
Would you deliver a message to Eulus for me? Tell him that we're making progress towards rebuilding our home. And I hope that he is too.
Enuo's Memoria will be safe here. The crystal containing Zeromus has been passed on to our allies in the First. If Enuo's Memoria might serve them in restoring their world, we shall likewise consider its transfer.
How much
I'm glad they're
simpler
working
it would
together.
be to aid one another in our respective fights, were it not for these boundaries between us. Safe travels, my friend. We take comfort in the knowledge that you're out there fighting too, wherever you may be.
No luck, I'm afraid. It appears she's not in Mare Lamentorum.
Wait. Is that?
It's me. Yo.
God, you had us worried. You suddenly disappeared. We didn't know what to think.
Well, I had to go to the 13th.
Shortly after you vanished, the Void-sent incursion abruptly ended. We surmised you had a hand in that, but never did it cross our minds that you were fighting alongside Zero and Golbez.
This golden path you said you traversed wasn't visible to us either. Nor did we hear a voice. Ethos. Might this be the key's true name?
While many mysteries remain, for now, I am glad to learn the state of affairs in the 13th. Golbez's suspicion that the barrier twixt worlds has begun to weaken. 'Twould certainly explain the surge in fissures manifesting in the source.
Yet what could be behind such a phenomenon?
It's the lack of idling. Keeping everything in stasis. Hey, she's finally shown up.
And who might you be? Not her Void-sent, I'd wager.
Greetings. I am Helmarut of the Ascians. We are your sworn foes, I know.
Straightforward.
But on this occasion, will you not put away your arms? I wish only to talk. Thank you for affording me a chance.
Bereft of the Unsundered, we were under the impression you and yours no longer had cause to continue your activities. that you should reveal yourself at this juncture. I assume you are the one who bestowed Calyx with the knowledge of summoning and the reflections.
Yes, that is correct.
Squeaky noise as he landed.
Was it necessary to reveal my present form as well?
Calyx. So he succeeded in transferring his memories after all.
Chris just lost.
Be at ease.
Bro wasn't around
Even
for
were
this.
I to occupy a combat-oriented vessel, I would not have the ability to defeat you. You destroyed my plan, my life's work. I have naught to replace it, nor will I ever regain what I once had.
If you wish to speak, Halmarut, will you not tell us what it is that you hope to accomplish?
As you know, our star Aetheris was sundered into 4 and 10 shards in the time of the Ancients. As the will of the star, Hydaelyn perpetuated this unnatural division for millennia. And in the wake of her passing, nature has begun to reassert itself.
Yeah, that's what I
As a
thought.
wound knits itself together, the star seeks to become whole once more. Yes, it seeks to rejoin with all of its shards. Unlike the one we Ascians attempted to orchestrate, however, the star's rejoining will afford mankind no special treatment.
I mean, your rejoining wasn't going to afford us
All
any special
life
treatment
and
either.
matter will be condensed into a single whole and remade for a new beginning. A complete rebirth. Aetheris will return to the way it once was. Hundreds of millions of years past. To a quiet and peaceful time. Long before the light of mankind was kindled.
That's not good.
Supposing for a moment we believe you, how can you possibly know all this?
It is an inevitability that I have foreseen since time immemorial. A future that awaits should creation be freed from the influence of Hydaelyn and Zodiark.
My bad.
The star is tolerant to life. It holds no grudges, and neither rages nor weeps for being sundered. Yet by the same token, it is indifferent to life's survival. No amount of devastation and death can compel it to stop the wheels of creation from turning. The earth shakes,
and mountains spew fire. Floods wash away the fruits of labor, and icy winds freeze and starve. Countless perish as nature runs its course. So many seeds of life have already been lost, yet in spite of this, people continue to believe that the morrow will come. But it will not. For nothing lies beyond the solstice, when all creation is reunited. When that day comes, every last trace of mankind shall be erased. I cherish man's journey. Despite losing his innocence and being made to live with suffering, he has forged ever onward. Strong, even as he is weak, his is a proud tale in the history of the star. It would be a shame for that tale to end. For all to wither and die, when some might yet survive. Would you not agree?
If a natural rejoining doth lead unto the solstice, then thine intent is to preemptively rejoin the worlds.
Correct. It was for this very purpose that Halmarut recruited suitable collaborators from the Reflections. Individuals like me, who would willingly doom another world in order to fulfill their aspirations. The Winterers, we are called. And if you and yours seek to protect all life, then sooner or later you shall have to contend with us.
Winterers is a bit on the nose considering the next expansion.
Even if everything you claim is true, what you've done, Calyx, it's unforgivable.
Let's go, Crow. Tell him.
I do not ask that you be pragmatic, nor do I seek your approval. Given your familiarity with other reflections, 'tis only natural that you are averse to our methods. But there is one irrefutable fact that you must understand. Should we take no action at all, the solstice will come, and no one will be left alive. No one. Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit.
Excuse you.
Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
Wait!
Oh, alright. Slavery to resurrect Zodiac and bring back those who rendered up their lives to summon him. For the sake of those who now live, we fought tirelessly to oppose him. Halmarut does truly seek a rejoining to avert the solstice, to ensure some survive when otherwise all would perish, and our interests are not so disparate. Yeah, that's the problem. Tempted to dismiss a preemptive rejoining as an utterly absurd solution. Her words are not to be taken lightly. Trust the Ascians to be plotting something utterly reprehensible. Yeah. Can't be speaking the truth, can she? You'll have to forgive me. I'm still coming to terms with it all. I think that an individual of Calyx's ilk, or worse, exists on other stars. That's not too hard to believe. There you are. One moment you were standing before me, and the next you'd vanished into thin air. Thanks to you all, the Voidsent have been eradicated and the gates lie sealed once more. There's been nary a peep from the crater. Though I can't help but notice none of you seem to share my enthusiasm. Is something wrong? The star seeks to become whole? But that's preposterous. As far as I'm aware, Hydaelyn made no mention of a natural rejoining. I ought to consult the records to be certain, but not before thanking you for dispatching the Voidsent so handily. You well and truly saved the day. Give me money. I realize present circumstances are hardly conducive to doing so, but please try to get some rest while you can. I know I would be exhausted after your trials in the void. Occasions of the solstice and the winter's schemes, as well as our approach moving forward, will take time to consider. To that end, I believe we should gather and speak in person. And by we, I mean all our fellow Scions. For a change of pace, why don't we all convene at the Rising Stones? I'm sure Tataru and the others would be happy to meet us there. Fine idea. In many ways, our return is long overdue. No doubt we could all use some respite after Garlemald, but I trust there are no objections. 'Tis settled then. To the Rising Stones. We can do all we can to support your endeavors. So I heard that I should I heard the Watcher on the Moon has some different dialogue people have found. So I will be running to him first. While I'm over here and remembering it. Pillar of Industry, Merchant and Mender. That's kind of... I never noticed that before. Has that always been there? I was told of your encounter with Helmroot. I confess I have no knowledge of this natural rejoining, nor do I know whether Hydaelyn was aware of such a phenomenon. Regardless, it was her unshakable faith in mankind that led her to entrust the future to you. That faith was not misplaced, was it? Alright, yeah, that sounds about right. Times like this, the company of friends is all the more precious. In spite of the time's vicissitudes, some things endure. The sanctuary is surely among them. Since leaving Fort Tural, we've almost been constantly on the move. It feels good to put my feet up in familiar stamping grounds. Feels like a lifetime ago I first set foot within these walls. Now, given all we've all experienced a lifetime's worth of triumphs and tribulations in the interim, perhaps it's only natural. 'Tis a pity my stay in Tural came to such an abrupt end. I should like to make arrangements to remain in touch with Shale. There's much more to take care of in Garlemald. Even after tending to the wounded, I shall be sure to share a full report with Ojika. Anybody else around? Nary a thing has changed since we last gathered here. No doubt Tataru is chiefly responsible for the prevailing state of tidiness. Speaking of whom, she and a great many of our comrades are en route. Let us wait for them a while longer.
Long it hath been since last we gathered here. Though our order's dissolution was indeed in name only, thereafter we did largely operate independent of one another.
Did we really, though?
All of which is to say...
Did we really?
Full glad am I to stand in such esteemed company once more.
Apologies for our delay.
Hey, Hoary Boulder.
We're reporting for duty, as bid.
This is everyone that we could round up on short notice. The others are still en route. Estinian alone we weren't able to make contact with, but we're working on it.
No doubt his link pearl is buried at the bottom of his bag.
Knowing him, he'll turn up when we least expect it.
Now, as much as I'd like to savor our reunion, Tataru tells us there have been developments. Will you apprise us of the details?
It's a lot of details we gotta go over.
The Winterers and the Solstice.
The veracity of Halmarut's claims remains unclear. Yet it cannot be denied that, in his bid to convert the living into endless, Calyx was privy to knowledge of the reflections and more.
And the Winterers are formed of others, like him.
In light of the recent Voidsent incursions, I believe it would be wise to treat the Solstice as a genuine threat. The problem is how to deal with it.
Both the Source and the Reflections are home to irreplaceable life. I would protect them all if I could. But if doing so means ushering in complete annihilation, then what can we possibly do?
I wonder, was Hydaelyn aware of the solstice?
Given that we had no knowledge of it when you journeyed to Elpis, you couldn't have warned Venar. So it is entirely possible she was unaware. but in the course of sustaining the Sundered Star, she may have glimpsed this eventuality.
I think she knew and chose to trust us. So it would make sense, since you would know her powers are in stasis.
That we could overcome this trial as well, or rather, that the choice was ours to make.
Whichever it may be, it is we who must find the answer. We who live in the here and now.
Perhaps we could take a recess? Oh, I dare say everyone could use a rest.
Indeed. We have ample food for thought, and it would be good to catch each other up.
Ere I forget, Heron, I believe you should keep the key, Ethos, in your possession. After all, it seems that is one mystery I am not destined to unravel.
Alright. Don't get too jealous, Stola. Colleagues have much to catch up on. Each other up on. I shall have to brew some tea. Of course you do. Tea discussions and simply converse with old friends. Oh, Anor, I hope you'd come to your senses, but I see you're still in the throes of withdrawal. What? Others are reunited, yet a distance between them persists. How cruel fate is to force me to choose. I don't know. Did I miss a side quest with these two? Oh, Boulder and Boulder. Okay. But also, I feel like I've never really talked to any of the other Scions. Done a little bit with Hoary Boulder, but Coltene. This latest development is indeed a shock, but I am heartened to see not a single face clouded with despair. You helped repel the Voidsent incursion in Lapis Manalis. Fighting off fiend-controlled Galate is something I won't rush to relive, but it was nonetheless good training. Coltene and I had remained in Corvos to monitor the situation among the Garleans in Corvosi. Though seldom smooth sailing, in time the region settled and we were able to return. I understand the Garlean community has made great strides in improving their relations with other peoples. Hearing that, I feel renewed zeal for resolving the issues in Corvos. And perhaps you'd like to hear more about the Garleans' accomplishments from me and the twins. Might stoke that fire even hotter. I'm sure you've plenty to discuss with all these old faces. It was by no means an easy decision, but as the solstice is now our paramount concern, Alice and I have opted to formally withdraw from our efforts in Garlemald. After all, anything we can do to protect our world will also serve to keep the Garleans safe. Julius and his comrades are already working towards a brighter future on their own accord. Honestly, I'm more worried about us. It's so difficult to see the path ahead, but hopefully we can get through this and return to Garlemald with our heads held high one day. Indeed. In the meantime, let's prepare a letter for Julius and the community. We mustn't let despair stay our hand. After Urianger and I went off on our own, we decided to spend more time exploring Shak Turel. We never had the chance to visit it during the Rite of Succession, you see. We journeyed east through Lozen Heta before heading up the coast to the frigid northern reaches, where they revere a storied beast of the sea. The excursion only served to reinforce just how diverse Turel really is. We also met with the Wallaki. Though we had not the time to study their arts at length, we were privy to several intriguing demonstrations. Would that we could have indulged our curiosity further and traveled to yet more distant lands. For better or for worse, pragmatism tempered our wanderlust. Suffice it to say, we still have plenty to see of the continent. I should very much like to return, given the chance. Judging by your guise, Clemens, your studies must have been productive. Indeed, I have more or less mastered the fundamental principles of Charlian astrology. At one point, I considered exploring other healing arts, but decided to persevere with more focused training to better leverage my skills on the battlefield. I don't think I'd be much use on the battlefield these days. I can scarcely hold my bow steady, let alone hit a target. So sorely bereft of brotherly ministrations as I am. I knew you still required constant supervision. You two haven't changed in the slightest. Makes me wonder how our colleagues that couldn't join us today are faring. Aenor and I were training in Gridania when the Voidsent attacked the Twelveswood. Thankfully, we were able to fend them off with the help of the Twin Adders. When I heard the invasion had already spread across the star, I realized the gravity of the situation and ordered a confidential report sent to the other Scions. That's why Tataru was so quickly appraised. Thanks to you, we were able to make haste for Gallermold. While circumstance and duty may keep us apart, we may remain bound by a common purpose. Indeed, may that purpose continue to guide us now that we stand together once again. Tataru. Seems everyone has much and more to discuss with one another. Anyway, you're overdue for a proper break. The peace and quiet will help you think. Feel free to make yourself comfortable in Dawn's respite. So is that the end of 7.5.0? Do I have to wait for 7.55 or whatever it is? For part 2?
Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit. Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
I detest evenings such as this. Too bright, too stimulating. The mind distracted by the inconsequential.
What do you want, Calyx?
You needn't be so wary. I merely come to offer information before my departure. Halmarut and I will soon cross the rift to observe the enactment of another Winter's plan. Our destination is the Fourth. A world locked in ice, whose lands are blanketed in thick clouds. In order to survive, man has fled to the skies, using great magics to establish new civilizations.
That sounds exciting.
It was not my intent to excite. I have my own designs I would see realized, nothing more. Believe me or don't, as you like. For all I know, you lack the means to follow us anyway. What Halmarut said to you earlier. She suggested that dealing with the reflections might satisfy your ambition. But is that truly so? You have seen battles beyond counting, have defeated even the fear of death. Is there some conclusion that you seek, no matter the cost?
That's a good question.
I will share with you a truth. We Winterers each have an ambition that we wish to fulfill. To that end, we may share information with one another, but we do not necessarily share the same beliefs. Just as you and yours decried my actions, I find those of my fellows objectionable. Be that as it may, it is the culmination of our lives' works that we would bring to the world. Fruits born of undying devotion, daring aspiration, and unwavering ideals. No matter how we are reviled, no matter what we must steal, our actions will be vindicated by those who abide in the future we create. In your benevolence, you may seek to save everything and everyone. But once all is consequently consigned to oblivion, your noble deeds will amount to nothing more than folly. For no living soul shall remain to judge them.
Shattered stars are doomed to mend. How turns the key to winter's end? Trail to the heavens. Let you know when discussions are set to resume. Till then, please do get some rest. Well, that's it for 7.5 MSQ, eh? Alright, anyone was probably in Dawn Trail, eh? Should pick up the extreme. I'll have to do it eventually here. By the cabins, right? You come to share a heroic yawn with me, Liliana? Please, do go on. You have my rapt attention. So, what have you brought for me today? Anua, that dread denizen of the depths who sought out the Void Gate and thence the source. Having already endured a deathless eternity in the void, it is not inconceivable they would have been content to merely preside over their realm without end. Yet perhaps our light-filled world presented such a loathsome affront to beckon Annual from the dark, intent on rendering all to naught. Of course, we can but speculate on their true designs. For your unforeseen arrival upon the Red Moon laid any such vengeful plans to rest. It is fitting that your companion Zero was there by your side as the killing blow was struck, her name invoking new beginnings as it does. Were it not for that fateful reunion, mayhap all light would be enveloped in darkness, and all life trapped within the ceaseless void. A world unmade. 'Tis a paradoxical notion, but one I nonetheless feel compelled to put to song. In darkest depths did they abide, cursed to look undying. Life and light they did their cry, the void's dread power rising. By golden path was ingress made, will and might prevailing, cleaving through that bleak domain, the void's dread power failing. Have you ever pondered how your life might have unfolded had you been born into that endless dark expanse? Yeah? And making extreme now accessible. Alright. Hop in some party scientists. Oh. And then we can also go to Phantom Village. Yeah, nothing new here, eh? I guess that's 7.2 or 5.2 or something like that. It's 1600. I could get another one. Which one do I want? Probably the Reaper Scythe, right? Yeah, let's do the Reaper Scythe. So I need 3 of these. Yes. Time to make me Demiatma imbued tools and direct the Isle's ether into something truly majestic. A sight of the likes you've never seen before, eh? Shimmering, shifting, multi-layered mesh of ether, made malleable, channeled with expert precision. Behold, the pinnacle of weapon fabrication, the Phantom War Scythe Penumbra. The marvel at its glory is all well and good, but the power within's naught but an illusory whisper, a fleeting phantom, if you will, until it's awoken in the throes of battle. All of which is to say, get out there and wield the bleeding thing. The Might Fantastic War Scythe Penumbra. Cool. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm in a party. Let's see. Let's go to Ilmeg. Ooh, the party's filling up. You know, Liliana, we've known each other for a while now. I was thinking, perhaps it's time we started living. Could build us a lovely house in Limeg. Fill it with whatever your heart desires. What do you say? Certain Fairy King would be very pleased with that, unfortunately. Of course. Titania, you didn't think I'd forget about them, did you? It was just a jest. Yes, a jest. I'd never dream of taking you from our king, whose beauty is equaled only by their benevolence. So, Tyrbeck, I was wondering how the boy in right is faring. Is there any chance we might meet him in Limeg? If you're worried about him, sure, I can check if he's asleep and bring him to us. You're coming along, of course, Liliana. Do you? Very well, just close your eyes. Oh, shit. I need to go back to Viper. The final day. Let's do it.
Ends this day. There is nowhere you can flee that we cannot follow.
Even stars must die.
I gotta remember how to play Viper. It's been a minute. Oh, I'm still in it? Oh.
We have seen the end. The same end. Again and again.
Again and again. scary.
It's so lonely between the stars.
Oops.
We have seen the end. The same end. Again and again.
Whoopsie daisy. I messed up. Run, people, run.
If there is no happiness in life, there is only one place it may be found.
I'm assuming it gives us bunch of games, but it'd be rather awkward if it doesn't.
Oblivion.
Okay, yeah, it does.
Dynamis. No matter. You only delay the inevitable. This is fate. Your time has come. It always does.
Oh no.
No! The hatred, the pain, the loss. We cannot suffer it again.
We will stand against fate.
No matter
Heck
the
yeah.
cost.
Tell him, twins.
We've been here before. Many a time.
Thus do we know.
To never give up.
Justinian!
The hope will shine again.
Graha!
What we saw was what I saw. This can only end in misery and desolation. No light, no stars, nor the universe itself. None should hope for better.
There we go, now we can hit buttons. Alright, I should stop goofing off. Ah, you're the woman from before. After you left, everyone in the village brought me lots of tasty things. I ate so much I felt like I was going to burst. I'm pleased to hear that. Now I take it you are no longer plagued by nightmares. Not at all. I only have fun dreams now, like this one. Makes me not want to wake up again. Truly, if that's what you want, it can be arranged. I have some chores to do, so I better wake up. So long. Good idea, kid. Let that be a reminder that pixies aren't to be trusted. Oh, come now. It was just a jest. I prefer my mortals alive and happy. I'll have you know, dead and unhappy ones don't give us fun dreams to harvest. But enough of that. We still have nightmares to vanquish. What do you say we investigate Amarang next? Sounds good to me. Based on my preliminary sniffing, the stench of nightmares is concentrated in Mord Sook. Can you tell us what manner of dreams are common there? As I recall, most dreams are to do with water. Folks going thirsty, searching for a water hole, that sort of thing. So their need is simply for safety and survival. Stands to reason that given the region is an inhospitable desert. Without further ado then, let us make for Mord Sook and search for the source of the nightmares. Mord Sook, eh? Da-da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-da-dum. Duty Finder. That's need a DPS, sure. I'll sign up. This tiresome town. It smells so ripe, so tantalizing. Ugh. What a dull and dusty place. There isn't a single pretty flower around, nor anything that looks tasty. Instead, I see these revolting worms everywhere. People eat them. Ugh. Just thinking about it makes my stomach turn. Well, to each their own, and to me they look quite palatable. I can imagine them bursting in one's mouth, releasing that slimy goodness within. Perhaps I shall take some back with me. Now, don't even think about bringing them to Limegg. I will murder you. I prefer nightmares at any rate. Speaking of which, we should get to work. As before, we are looking for a slumbering child. I doubt there will be too many of them in such a bustling marketplace. How can you be sure the child will be sleeping? Lad's nightmares induce an unnatural drowsiness. Those affected cannot easily resist it. Alright, let's look around. Let's search for clues. So frustrating not being able to interact with the dreams directly. Not a smell on this child. He is our source, I'm certain of it. And, please forgive me. Oh, don't worry about the boy. He's bone tired is all. Hasn't been getting much sleep of late, on account of the nightmares. Is there something you need? I'm here to look at. I'm here to try and fix the nightmares, actually. Investigating nightmares, you say? Well, it's no secret why my son has them. We were traveling through the desert when his sister... I'm sorry, it's still too fresh. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands to run. Don't worry about the boy. He's safe enough sleeping there. Just, if you plan on heading outside, be sure you carry plenty of water, alright? Out there, it's a matter of life and death. The boy is plainly in a grip of a nightmare, yet he gives off no scent. He's the source and make no mistake. Right then, let's tend to business before his father returns. Have at it, Hazel. With pleasure. Don't interfere anymore. I'm warning you. Oh, will you stop doing that? The child and I, we created a watery friend together. If you give it form, you will get hurt, or worse. Like your ugly nightmares are no match for us. We'll take care of this one like we did the others. It feels like my stomach is... a storm is raging in my belly. Why must you torment me? I only want to fill this hole in my heart. A hole where a friend used to be. Alone and inside that cramped old castle. How I long to see them. Oh, crap. Now, we just, That's fine. I saw most of it. Just go and spit it out, blah, 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 blah. We did it. All right, now to kill this thing. far as storms and bellies go, I'd say that one was quite stormy. You did it! You did it! Dependable as ever, Liliana. Come, let's hurry back to Mortsuk and look in on the child. We'll leave the talking to you. You, weren't you just... Oh, still here, are you? Do you know this woman, son? I suppose? Don't laugh, but I think I met her in a dream. In a dream? Well, now isn't that amazing? I said don't laugh. Sorry. It's just... I don't remember when you were last so lively. But tell me, what kind of dream was it? Anil. I saw Anil. The same one, then. I'm sorry I wasn't here. It must have been hard. No, it was different this time. This woman... She appeared and trounced the water monster. But that's not all. At the place where the monster fell, flowers began to bloom. They reminded me of the promise I made to Anil. The promise that one day I'd fill Amarang with flowers. I see. One day, son. One day will make your sister's wish come true. Mark my words. Well, we have to go now, but whoever you are, I hope to see you again. Thank you, Pale Pixie, for helping me to remember. The boy is well again. Another job well done. But he was thanking Anlad. Why do you suppose? As I understand it, his little sister died of thirst in the desert. Latching on to this ordeal, Anlad planted a nightmare in the form of that water monster. And though we were the ones who helped him conquer the nightmare, ironically, it was its very existence that brought him hope. A nightmare brought him hope? It's certainly something to chew on. But for now, let us return to Lameg. Another gate awaits! Lidralan. I'll grab those in a minute. Enter Lameg. Be rude of me not to use the bridge that they made now. Whereabouts am I going? Further, eh? Oh, all the way up there, eh? Jeebus. Time to throw wide the gates to Almarang. You're back. Are you alright? You haven't uttered a word since we returned. Oh, sorry. I was deep in thought. That's not very pixie-like at all, is it? Go ahead, Liliana. You know what to do. Time to dispel the darkness. Dispel the door to darkness. Two more, eh? Lord Sook, from his nightmares, you and yours have reclaimed the dreams of those in Almarang. Tibek appears to be eager to further beautify a lime egg. For this, they require your aid. And that's that. We'll go on back ahead to later on. Come see us when you're ready, alright? Alright, I'm gonna take the slide. Wee. Can I sit on this? No. Doesn't do anything. Thanks to you, we've reclaimed the dreams of yet another region. I'm truly grateful, Liliana. Now, about Anlad. It's strange, but I can't help but feel as if I know them. As you know, I built my Meg together with my departed best friend. But maybe, just maybe, that friend has... No, couldn't be them. I'm being silly. You set Titania free, Liliana. Everyone knows that. Wait, do you mean to say that your friend was the previous Titania? Back then, they weren't Titania yet. They were simply a kind-hearted pixie who saw fit to befriend me, eccentric as I am. Together we built Limeg. Together we had the finest fun. They're very dear to me. That's why no matter what, I want to protect our garden, like they protected all of us from the Sin Eaters. I see. Close as you were, it isn't impossible that you would sense your friend in another form. And the dream of being alone in a castle is suggestive indeed. Be that as it may, I do not see how Anlad could be the reincarnation of your friend. After all, pixies are born of the souls of children. But wait, could it be the aether that is gathered? You know, never mind. I'm sure that I'm just being sentimental and silly. As I said, it's not pixie-like to overthink things. Let's do some fun and productive instead. Like filling Almarang with happy dreams. Society quest complete. Reputation has increased to respected. Stuffed Porksy. Cool. Is that it? Yeah, that's all I got added. Nothing in there. Yeah. Okay. There we go. 6 quests. Ba-da-da-down, down, down. Yeah, to help me tend to my precious fluffies, are you? Ready to work. Okay, she needs clumps of grass from up at the top area. And the third place she goes over here. Okay. So I'm gonna go out up to there. Below me. Might as well do this one. Yeah, crap. Okay. All right. rich lady from Yulmore. I expect you to curtsy when greeting one such as I. Just joking. I'm actually a pixie in disguise. Walking around like a mortal certainly makes for change from all that flitting about. Chasing Porxies? Why, yes, as a matter of fact, I was. It's a bit hard to keep up with them though. Perhaps I need more practice with this one foot in front of the other business. And if the other pixies have a problem with me chasing those flappy-eared porkers, I could leave them alone, I suppose. After all, 'tis hardly fitting for a lady to engage in such unseemly behavior. Interesting. Okay, is that all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be a few days of work. Up to 990. Oh, if I get 180 a day. Oh, that puts me at what, 540, 620, 800, 980, and then overshoot by 10 on the next day. No, it wouldn't be 980. Should be 900. 360, 540, 720. I did my math wrong. 720, 900, and then 2 on that day. All right. Okay. Let's see. Party Finder. Anything going on? Oop, I need my phone. There it is. I should double check on... Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay. so that definitely could have gone better earlier. Harvey, you are, right? Where is the... Okay. Let's see. Shadows. Where's the stuff for party? Okay, it is in control zones. Ah, there we go. Chilling. I got there. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hello. Yeah, not so much.
Should I mute my mic?
No idea how long I shall be on for.
Yeah.
What? I exist?
Well, I'm kind of in the high level duty, so we'll see how long this takes to beat, but...
About 6 hours. Oh, alright. Whatever. Supposed to just carry on.
Yeah.
My days.
Whoa.
There is a lot of stuff on that screen.
There sure fucking is.
They're deciding, is he gonna come here? Is he gonna come here? I want him to come here.
I'd moved over there because we needed to kill the things before they stopped to finish charging up. So I was like, oh yeah, we can just sit in the thing next to it.
The world had other ideas.
Yep.
I think something went wrong.
Alright, well, that's fine. Yeah. Alright. You wanna do something?
Are you not going again?
No, no. I'm gonna turn you down. You're kind of loud. Surprisingly
That
for
has
you.
never happened in the history of ever. What are you talking about?
I don't know. You were peeking, man. I just
Peeking?
looked over and saw that. Yeah.
I haven't even begun to peak.
Oh, my brain was not working properly for that.
No.
No.
So I don't know how much time I have for us to get to the dungeon. I don't know how close we are either.
We're a little ways. We're not super far from it, but we're pretty. Like, there's a few quests in there.
I like to front load any duties and such, but yeah. I guess
I got my Dragoon ready to go, so.
Oh, actually ready? What level are you?
It's level 73, which is the next dungeon, so. Go to Game Plus.
Gotta turn in this stupid little quest. Gotta stop using assassinating. Oh man.
Okay.
I got one more to do.
Okay.